Hi, I'm Rachel. I create colourful paintings and I make tutorials so that you can learn how to paint them too. Today I'm going to show you how I painted the pink cloud background in this unicorn painting. This tutorial is just for the background, and this is what it looks like before the unicorn is added in. I will also be making a tutorial for the unicorn, so once that's ready I'll add the link to the description of this video. This is a sped up video, but if you would like to watch the full length real-time tutorial, just go to the link in the description of this video and sign up to my Patreon, where you'll get instant access to all of my full length art tutorials. So to start out, I'm just adding a thin wash of paint to the canvas. I'm going to add a slight gradient from pink to purple, so I'm starting out with pink paint at the top, and as I move down the canvas I will add more purple in. While the paint is still wet, I'm blending the colours together by moving my paintbrush from side to side. This is just the first layer, so it doesn't matter if it isn't perfectly blended, as we'll be painting over the top of it anyway. Okay, so for the second layer I'm repeating the same as before, but this time I haven't watered down my paint at all, so the paint is much thicker and more opaque. I'm using the first layer as a guide and repeating the same gradient from pink to purple. As the paint hasn't been watered down, it will dry much quicker than the first layer, so you have to work quite quickly to blend the colours together. I'm painting over the top of my unicorn sketch so that I can give you a better idea of what I'm doing, but if you are painting a subject in front of this background, you don't need to add paint to that section where your subject will be. To paint the clouds, start off with a light pink shade of paint and paint a rough line to form the top of the cloud. You don't want this to be a perfect line because clouds have very wispy edges. As you move down the cloud, add some darker pink and purple paint to create the shadow underneath. This will give the cloud more depth and make it look three-dimensional. You can also add a few shadows and highlights to the middle of the cloud to give it that puffy look that clouds have. Okay, so I'm just painting in another cloud using the same technique as before. This time it is over a purple section of the background, so I'm using more purple tones within the cloud. Now I'm just adding a few smaller clouds to the background. I'm not adding as much detail in these clouds, and I'm just using a shade of paint that's slightly darker than the background colour. This step really ties the painting together. Finally, I'm adding in some sunlight by brightening up this section of the canvas with some lighter and warmer tones. I'm using the same shade of paint to lighten the highlight of the clouds that are closer to the sun and to add a bit of warmth to them. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more painting tutorials.